So when we think of headstand, what do we think of? We think of the head. Well, actually, we want to take the head fully out of the equation here. We really want to think about core strength. There's a lot in the core. We're holding ourselves up, upside down. And really this core engagement, this kind of tuck shape really, really helps with that. But also shoulder stability and strength. Okay, so think a lot of dolphins, a lot of pressing down into your forearms and building the strength in your upper body. So what I think with headstand as well is until you realize what muscles need to be engaged, it's like the light switch can't go off. Once you know, it becomes so much easier. I see it all the time in class where people are so strong, they have a really, really strong practice and they definitely could do handstand, but they're just not quite engaging in the right way, and that's what's leaving them in the dark a little bit. So lots of attention for that today, but we're going to warm up the core first. All you need for this class is a block, okay? And then just scoop on down and we will activate your beautiful belly muscles. So lie down and you're going to take your block in between your palms. Now, create resistance with this. So this is one of those things where like you really need to bring your attention to it and really go for it. So you're going to press your block and then extend your arms up above the head. So you could be quite like gentle here, but try and think power. And then lift your legs up 90 degrees. Just little crunches, okay? So take a breath in. As you exhale, touch the block to the toes. Inhale back down. Let's go for 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, leg lowers. Try and keep your lower back glued to the floor though. So if you feel like your lower back is coming off the sticky mat, try to not go as low with the legs. Come back up. I've got 5 of these, okay? 2, back up. 3, back up. 4, back up. 5, because we're going to hold, we're going to lift the head up, tuck shape, press the hands into the block, breathing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower. Oof, block off to one side, give yourself a little squeeze. Okay, tuck shape. So squeeze your knees towards your chest. This is going to be really, really important when we actually come into the preparation for headstand. We come in by bringing the knees in towards the chest. So already think about lifting those knees in towards the chest, extending the arms either side of your thighs there. Take a breath in. You're going to extend your arms back, your legs forward. Inhale, knees come. Ooh, I hit the wall. Slowly come back down. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, hug it in. Let's go for a few of these. Breathing through it. Tapping into Kelly if she's coming up. She always comes up in core work for me. She's when she's with me the most. Next time you're extended, flutter the feet. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, let it go. Nice. Roll over to one side. Press yourself up. So hopefully core muscles a little bit switched on there. Now, you're going to grab a block. And what I want you to do, I'm just going to come on this side here so you can see this a little bit more. You're going to take your block onto the floor and scoop your fingers so they're in like an L shape like this and huck the block. From here, elbows are splayed. Do the opposite. Pull the elbows in so you're drawing your forearms towards each other and lift your block up. This is essentially the position for dolphin, but we're just practicing it before we come into it. So again, you need to really work on this of squeezing forearms towards each other, pressing index fingers into the block. This doesn't look like anything from the outside, but I'm really feeling this, okay? So just really press the fingers in, draw the forearms towards each other, and pull your floating ribs in. Broaden the space between your shoulder blades a little bit more. Breathing here. And just like close your eyes. I believe in this a lot, right? Like muscle memory. Remember this in your body. This is what we want. Okay, now just transfer it onto your mat. So exactly the same thing. Exactly the same muscle imprint, but just onto the mat, okay? So you're going to bring your forearms down. Your index fingers are pressing to the block. You're squeezing your forearms together. And I want you to do the opposite of what we want for a second. So just slump into your shoulders. So let your shoulders get really lazy and then do the opposite. Think really angry cat back. Press your forearms down and puff up the space between your shoulder blades. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Press your forearms into the mat. This looks like nothing, but it's quite strong, okay? But it's only strong if you're pressing forearms down, so really go for it. Pressing the forearms into the mat, squeezing index into the block. Don't let them elbows splay. Okay, keep that. Don't change anything. Tuck your toes, lift your bum to the sky, downward facing dog. Now, from here, walk your feet in. Now, if you need to bend your knees, that's so fine. But actually, it's so funny. We don't think about this a lot, but we do need to open hamstrings to get into headstand for the entrance. So it is worth making a little note of that as well. Hamstrings want to be nice and open in order to get yourself upside down. Okay, press the floor away. A few more breaths here. Hopefully we're starting to shake. Hopefully we're starting to fatigue a little bit. But just notice if it's more kind of mental fatigue or physical fatigue first. And then slowly drop your knees down. Sink your bum back onto your heels and just roll your shoulders out a few times. Ooh, the heat in the upper body. Okay, from here, forearm plank. We're going to do this and we're going to hold it, okay? So bring your forearms onto the mat and then interlace your fingers onto the mat. Press your forearms down. It really helps. So I want you to really think about pressing down to get the energy back up. So pressing the forearms down, tuck your toes and lift your hips up. Now again, try not to droop the hips down here. Try and think bum to the sky. Squeeze inner thighs towards each other. Draw the lower belly in and up. And then just start to rock forward and back. Still pressing into the forearms. Still doming between the shoulders. Squeezing the inner thighs. Breathing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Drop the knees down. Take a moment in seated meditation. So really just listening into muscle memory, I think really, really helps with this posture. Okay, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes, lift your hips back and up. Don't worry too much about your legs and alignment here. It's just more about bringing a little bit more strength into your shoulders. Take a breath in. Now you're going to roll through to a high plank. Drop your knees down, chaturanga on the knees. Hug the elbows in. Don't go past 90 degrees. Press yourself back. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Now from here, turbo dog. So you're going to bend your elbows a little bit. Doesn't look like a lot, but there's a lot going on. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Maybe you lower your forearms all the way down towards the mat. Slowly come back up, chin towards the chest, roll through high plank with or without the knees. I'm on my knees. Chaturanga. Lift back up, downward facing dog. So funny how the body doesn't need much to just really fire it up. Chin towards the chest, roll through, high plank. Drop the knees down, chaturanga. Send it back, downward facing dog. This time lowering the forearms down. We're going to hold, so lower, 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 lower. Maybe forearms can come all the way down. Breathing here, 5. Squeezing forearms towards each other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, take a moment, roll the shoulders out. So that is the amount of fire we want to feel in the upper body as we come into shoulder stand, okay? Shoulder stand, headstand. So we're going to come into the preparation. We're not going to go upside down, but we are going to try and see what it's like to just bring one knee in towards the chest and just start to tip into that little bit of discomfort. So bring your forearms onto the mat and then slowly interlace your fingers. Bring your hairline just to where your pinky fingers are there. Hug your elbows in, so don't let the elbows splay out here. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up towards the sky. Walk your feet in as much as you can. So the more you have your bum on top of your shoulders here, the so much easier it is, okay? Press down through the ball of the left foot and then hug your right knee in towards your chest. And we're going to hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right foot down, drop the knees down. Take a little rest, but take child's pose with the hand shining back so that your shoulders just get a little break there. Now don't think about it, just get straight back in. Forearms down, Interlace your fingers, hairline into the pinky fingers. Lift the bum up. Walk those feet in as much as you can. Press your forearms into the mat. Left knee is going to hug in towards the chest. And you're just almost seeing what it's like to just lessen the weight on that right toe. Breathing here for 10. Pressing the floor away, doming between the shoulder blades. We've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down. Nice. Walk yourself back up. Kneeling meditation. Roll the shoulders out a few times. Okay, so remembering that for headstand, core engagement, shoulder stability. That is what's going to help you. Not actually any pressure into your head, but actually just working on wrapping those elbows in so the muscles down the side of the chest can really, really help you, making everything one strong shape. Thank you for doing your drills conditioning class with me, and I hope that this will help progress you up to headstand.